Here's the thing. Nobody tells you about invoicing in Compass. You're not really creating an invoice. Compass already knows what your clients owes you. It's been quietly keeping score the whole time. Every status update, your project manager records every hour that goes in. By the time you sit down to invoice, the number's already there. Your job is mostly just to agree with it. Let me show you what I mean. We're working for Palmer's Ltd on the Ormond Mapping Strand, project reference 67006. 3 proposal items on it: a topographic survey at 18,000, a measured building survey at 12,000, and utility mapping at 6,000, $36,000 all in. Palmer Ltd have sent a sales order for the full 36, and we've logged that as a sales order, so Compass knows exactly what they've authorized. Park that, we'll come back to it. End of the first month. Our project manager goes in and records where things actually stand. Topo survey is about half done, that's 9,000 of value earned. The measured building survey has just kicked off, call it a quarter, 3,000. Utility mapping hasn't been touched yet. So the project has earned $12,000. As we haven't invoiced a penny of it, that 12,000 is sitting there as work in progress, work we've done that we haven't asked to be paid for. Let's go and get it. You can create an invoice from the invoice list, but honestly, do it from the project. Compass fills in the organization, the project, the reference, the details, all of it, before you've typed a single thing. First decision, what are you raising? There's a type drop-down and it gives you 2 options, invoice or credit note. Pick invoice, your number have to come out positive. Pick credit note, they have to come out negative. If they don't match, it won't save. And once you've saved, that choice is locked in. So if you pick wrong, don't wrestle with it. Bin that draft, start again, takes 10 seconds. Compass names it for us, 67006-01, project reference, then running number. Credit notes get a C in there, and each type counts separately, so you'll never have 2 records squabbling over the same number. If you'd rather call it something else, type over it, Compass won't argue. Now, the good part. This is the bit I'd frame and hang on the wall, because it isn't really an invoicing screen at all, it's just the project telling you what it's worth. Every proposal item sitting there. For each one you get the price, the value, it's earned from those status updates, what's already been invoiced, and then the column that does all the work, remaining value. Remaining value is just earned minus invoiced. It's the answer to the only question you actually came here to ask. What can I bill right now? Topo survey earned 9,000, invoiced nothing, so 9,000 remaining. Measure building survey, 3,000 remaining. Utility mapping, 0. Nothing's happened yet, so there's nothing to bill. There's a little arrow tucked inside each amount box. Click it, and it puts the remaining value straight across. $12,000 invoiced in about 4 seconds. The tax fills itself in off each item's rate. You never touch it. Now, 2 things about this table that catch people out. The first is the billing period. If you set a billing end date, the entire table rereads itself as at the date. Earned, invoiced, remaining. Everything snapshots to the end of that period instead of showing you today, which is exactly what you want when you're invoicing November halfway through December. Just know that changing the day moves the whole table underneath you. The second is a disappearing act. By default, Compass hides the rows you haven't put anything on, so you'll save an invoice, look back at it, and half your proposal items have apparently evaporated. They haven't. There's a show all tick box. Quick word on the sales order while we're here, because it's genuinely useful. Our sales order linked, so this 12,000 comes off Palmer's Ltd 36,000 PO. 24,000 of headroom left, and Compass is keeping count. When we hit 90% of that PO, we get a gentle amber nudge, near full. Push past it, and it turns red, overcap. It won't stop you, it's not the invoice police, it's just tapping you on the shoulder and saying, you sure might be worth ringing Palmer first, which in our experience, is a much nicer conversation to have before you send the invoice than after. Save it. It's a draft. Now, there are 4 stages, and they're exactly what they sound like. Submit when you want someone to check it, approve when you're happy it's right and can go to the client, post when it's final and belongs in the accounts. And you can skip. If you've got the permissions, a draft can go straight to posted in one click. Once it's approved, you can generate the actual document, email it out. Compass already knows who the invoice contacts are. It worked that out from the project and mark it as sent, so everyone can see it's gone and when. Then the money lands. You record the payment and Compass quietly locks the invoice down. You'll see a little red note locked because payments are linked to it. You can still play with notes and tags, but the numbers are set, which is correct. You shouldn't be able to rewrite an invoice somebody's already paid. Now, sooner or later, something's wrong with an invoice, and Compass gives you a credit note. A credit note is a real document. It goes to your client. It shows up in their accounts and in yours. It says, quietly, plainly, we're giving you money back. So, say Palmer come back and dispute $1,500 of the top of works, and fair enough, we look at it and agree we overbill. That's a credit note. You don't start from scratch. You open the invoice you're crediting, scroll down to the credit notes section, hit create, and it seeds every line for you, already flipped negative, already attached to the original. You just knock it down to the 1500 and save. Approve it, and the original invoice's balance drops by 1500. 2 things worth knowing. A draft credit note doesn't do anything yet. It only bites once it's approved. And you can credit an invoice that's already been paid. That's not a mistake, that's a refund, and it's perfectly normal. Second month rolls around. Statuses get updated, totals at 80% now, building survey at 60, utility mapping's half done. 24,600 earned, 10,500 already invoiced. So remaining value is sitting there with 11,100 on it, waiting. 3 clicks with that little arrow, invoice 67006-02 out the door. But before you go, one word of warning, and it's the reason there's a second video. The instinct when something looks wrong on a project is to reach for a credit note. And a credit note is right when the total is wrong. You've billed too much, or the client's disputing it. But sometimes the total is perfectly right. You billed the correct amount to the correct client, and they've paid it. It's just landed against the wrong proposal item. That's not a credit note. Sending one would drag your clients into a problem that has nothing to do with them. And that's a reallocation, and that's the next video.